All right, the Chicago Bears have released their initial 2025 Chicago Bears depth chart. What do we need to know about it?
Bear down, sports making Chicago proud.
What you need to know is it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Even Ben Johnson himself said that this is more for competition than anything. We won't, and the Bears aren't going to tip anything right off the bat, anyways. We won't know anything until we get through preseason games and we get to 53-man cut down. Then before week one is when this really matters. But it is fun to look at, see what the Bears have put together. Before we get into that, the Bears have made a signing. It's not on their official Bears site yet, but Thomas Gordon from Northwestern, so a local guy who went to the UFL after the draft. The Bears brought him in for spring camp, had him here for a little bit, then released him, and then he went to the San Antonio UFL team and played there. Not a huge signing, good size though, 6'5", 255. I mentioned him before when we brought him in for the local pro days, what it was. Brought him in for that. I thought initially maybe this is because Cole Kmet's injury, but I haven't seen, the Bears haven't put on their official site yet what this is for. They have to release someone if they're going to sign him. So this is from Northwestern. They're the ones reporting it that Thomas Gordon has signed with the Bears. They tagged the Bears in it, but haven't seen anything on the Bears site yet, but multiple places are saying this is real. Not a huge deal, not a lot of yards. Not amazing in his contested catch ability or his drops or anything like that, but he's a good size and someone that maybe they just bring in for camp to compete. And if Cole Kmet was injured, this would make a lot of sense to me. But over here, Adam Hogue posted that good news on the injury front is it sounds like Cole Kmet avoided a serious injury after leaving practice today with the trainer. So it sounds like this injury won't be serious. We still are not given details on how serious it is. Some people are joking, doing different things on there, but no official news from the Bears yet, so we don't know yet on that front. But here's the depth chart. You can look at it. I'm just going to pull some of my key points from it here on offense and defense, but I'm going to caveat this with they usually put rookies way down the list for that reason of competition. Vets just automatically get put higher. You see that all the way throughout this, and you'll see it as they update it as well until we get to camp and 53-man cut down. You're not going to see how this thing actually looks anyways. But the interesting thing to me is they put this in 12 personnel. You can see when they have 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends light up. Does it matter? Not really, because here on defense, you've got 5 defensive linemen as your base. So they've got a 5-2 base here with 2 linebackers. Do I think that's how it's going to be? No, it appears that we're probably still running the 4-3 with Dennis Allen. Who knows what's going to happen, but it's just the way they list things for this. So it doesn't mean everything, doesn't mean nothing, but it doesn't mean everything either. My key points here, Kyle Monangai listed as 5th on the running back depth chart. People on Twitter, people all around saying, well, what did you expect? He's a rookie. He's not even going to make the team. He's a 7th-round rookie. That's not true at all. If you listen to everything going on, everyone's impressed with Kyle Monangai, and he's probably running back 2/3 right now. I doubt Travis Homer makes it to running back 3 by the time this is all said and done. So it's just a matter of a rookie being way down the list as this thing goes along. Like Ben Johnson said, this is for competition. So don't garner every tea leaf here off of the depth chart and say, oh, this is the end all be all. This is the end. This is how it's going to be. It's not even close to the end. We have to go through camp and these things will sort themselves out. But I would expect Kyle Monangai to be right here, 2 or 3 with Roschon Johnson and get a significant workload in his rookie season. Next up, Braxton Jones and Ozzie Trapillo. How that's going to end out, we don't know. Braxton Jones himself said he knows he's on the hot seat. Only thing he can do is go out and put his play out there to win it. Braxton Jones, at the end of last season, before he was getting into his injury, was playing the best ball he's ever played before. He had was a second or third best. He was the second or third best tackle in the entire league over those last 3 weeks. In those last 3 weeks, he was healthy. Before the injury, he only allowed a couple pressures that entire time. So I'm excited to see Braxton come back, but Ozzie has been doing very well in camp. So this one, nobody has a clue how that's going to shake out. Doug Kramer listed as backup center. I would think Luke Newman would actually fill in at backup center before Doug Kramer. Ricky Stromberg being behind him is probably pretty telling that Ricky Stromberg has not done anything impressive, and those injuries were lingering with him. Who knows? But JP Richardson has had one heck of a camp so far. His hands are clean. Every highlight looks really good from him. I would say he's got it. If we're going to keep a fifth wide receiver, it's not going to be Miles Boykin. I would sixth wide receiver. I don't know if we do a sixth wide receiver. Anyways, if that happens, it's probably J.P. Richardson, not Tyler Scott, Samori Torrey, or Maurice Alexander, or John Jackson, or Ja'Day Walker. He's listed there at the bottom, and I don't think that's the way that it's going to end up at all, in my opinion. So on to the defensive side. Will make me smaller so you can see this here. Not a lot to garner from it other than the 5-2 base. I don't think that's going to be the way it's going to be when all is said and done. You got Grady Jarrett, Jervon Dexter, Andrew Billings. I do think that's accurate. But Chris Williams, Zach Pickens, and Jonathan Ford ahead of Shemar Turner. Are they doing that because of the injury? Who knows? But I don't think that's the way it's going to end up. I don't think Chris Williams, Jonathan Ford, or Zach Pickens should make the team. I don't like any three of them on the roster. Shemar Turner, how that's going to play out, we'll have to see. But this depth chart doesn't mean everything. Case in point, Ruben Hippolyte. They drafted him way above where everybody said for a reason. And I don't think he's behind Amen Ogbongbemiga or Noah Sewell. Where he fits, I don't know. But they do have him ahead of Swayze Bozeman right there with Carl Jones Jr., so we'll see. Last thing is Nashawn Wright is listed right behind Jalen Johnson. So he's not a rookie. You also know he came from Minnesota. So there is, a little bit of history with him, but he's played extremely well through camp. There's multiple praises on Nashawn Wright. I would be surprised if he doesn't make the roster at this point. And they've got him bumped up. They've got him ahead of a lot of people. Zay Frazier, however you say it, listed deep down, probably the rookie thing as well. So special teams here, not a lot to garner. Devin Duvernay and Josh Blackwell is actually how we said it would probably be on this channel earlier. I think that's probably the way it does go. Luke Elkin, again, the rookie thing, I think he has a chance to upend Scott Dowley. We'll see how this pans out. But my biggest point for all of this depth chart stuff, people run away with stuff. We're just at the beginning here. We still got a lot of stuff to do and go. We got all preseason, then you're going to see things change. So here's the upcoming dates. Joint practices with the Dolphins this Friday, week 1, this Sunday of the preseason against the Dolphins. Whether we win or lose doesn't matter, but it's going to be fun to see how things have changed. See what they do with the first team offense. The first quarter is going to be the most impactful for me to watch. Next week, joint practice with the Bills, and then the Bills game, and then no joint practice with the Chiefs, the last preseason game, August 22nd. Then the roster reduction is required by 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, August 27th. That's a Thursday. So after the last preseason game, and then we get into preparation for the first week. The 4th will be the first game of the season on Thursday Night Football, but the Bears play Monday Night Football. I'll be at that game. I know a lot of you guys will too. I'm very excited to come out there to Chicago for it. So September 8th. So that's what we've got for today. I do appreciate you guys tuning in and being a part of the channel. Not a lot to garner from the depth chart. Just some things you can kind of hint and kind of watch forward to and see what it's going to turn out to be. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. If you don't mind hitting the like button, subscribing, being a part of this channel, I love you being a part of it, and I love doing this. So until next time, the Bears, and bear down.
Bear down, sports making Chicago proud.